Fred and I have reached the critical point in our Napoleonic truth or lies adventure. It's 1815. Napoleon's already been defeated once by the Russians, been exiled to Elba, made a daring escape, and is now basically saying, "I'm back, baby, and I'm ready to show Europe who's boss." Yes, it's time for the Battle of Waterloo.
The Battle of Waterloo. The elephant in the Napoleonic room. Endgame. And don't forget, never in doubt, he messed with the best, and we all know the rest. Not only that, the Duke of Wellington had never even fought Napoleon before, and he still beat him. Chef's kiss. Let's face it, if you're going to fight on a muddy battlefield, get in the bloke who invented the Wellington boot. That's British genius right there. And not only that, the Duke of Wellington did it using troops from Germany, Holland, and all over the rest of Europe. Skills, getting someone else to do your fighting for you. Top notch. Stitch that, Boney. Short bloke.
The Duke of Wellington, known by his soldiers as Old Nosey or Old Hooky, spent nearly half of his military career fighting the French and defeating them. He fought far fewer battles than Napoleon, but never lost. Waterloo was to be the last battle for both of them.
Right, so Fred, what I thought we should do is rather than you and me try and figure out what happened to the Battle of Waterloo, we should actually speak to an expert. And we've got Terry here with us, who's a historian of the French army, so that leads him inevitably to the Battle of Waterloo. OK, why is there a Battle of Waterloo? What's going on?
What Napoleon wants to do is he wants to eject the British from Belgium and send the Prussian and German ally states heading back to Germany. He wants to split these two coalition partners. He will risk everything on being emperor. So it's audacious, and his plan of attack is brilliant.
2 days earlier, Napoleon had defeated the Prussians at the Battle of Ligny, but 50,000 soldiers managed to retreat intact. Their leader, Blücher, made a pact with Wellington to join forces against Napoleon. As France's key weapon was its artillery, and it far outgunned the British alone, the Prussians were now a crucial ally.
On the morning of Waterloo, Wellington gets assurances from the Prussians that the Prussians actually have got a route to get there to support him.
Yeah.
And so Wellington fights the battle knowing the Prussians are coming. Wellington, a year before, went through this ground and he found this area here, which was absolutely perfect. He's looking for somewhere with a steep ridge. And what he can do, he can hide his men behind that ridge, because the French had the advantage with artillery. They had bigger guns, they had more guns. Wellington knew that his only chance of success is to sit there and wait.
He bides his time and waits for Napoleon to commit himself,
That's it.
right?
So what did Napoleon do wrong?
The first thing is the weather. It's been raining for a day, and it's just a quagmire there. He can't move his big, heavy 12-pounder guns through the mud, so he's wasted hours. And the other thing with the weather, he knows that most of the French cannonballs that are fired at his troops are just going to bury themselves in mud. And it just ends up of absolute chaos. The French get within range of Wellington's infantry, who just shoot them to pieces, basically.
Did he lose the killer instinct there in this battle?
I think that's a good way of putting it. I just think he thought, I am just going to go marching up that road and I'm just going to smash through Wellington like I've smashed through everybody else.
So it's a combination of Wellington getting stuff right, Napoleon getting stuff wrong. You know, the weather works against both sides, doesn't it? You've both got to contend with the weather.
Yeah.
But Wellington uses it
To his
advantage.
Yeah.
Another error. I mean, this is a disaster. I mean, you know, Wellington just didn't win the battle. Napoleon lost it. He well and truly lost it.
So, Napoleon's decision to go to war after a bit of rain meant he lost the battle. But how bad can a bit of cannon pushing really be? It may be an English cannon, but at almost a ton in weight, it's just as heavy as a French one. And we've still got to get it up a hill.
Go on, Fred, put your back into it. Oh, I'm wearing the wrong shoes for this. We are.
You know what? You have to be so fit.
You have to be fit, you have to be strong, you have to be young. What's that? 2 out of 3?
I mean, how far would they have to pull these cannons for?
Well, up a hill round a corner. That'll do me.
All right, bring the cannon here. Slowly. Come on.
Go!
Hurry up.
Go!
Bring it here. That's it.
We got this gun. What do we do now?
Right, what we're going to do now is to load it,
Yeah.
prepare it to be fired.
I wanted to ask, how long does it take to load the gun and fire it?
We're a good crew in under a minute.
What's the range on a thing like this?
Right, the effective range up to 1 mile,
Right.
maximum range 1.5 miles, but at that range you would not be aiming at anything, it'd just be a random sort of shot.
What was the difference between the French and the English guns?
The carriages were different, slightly different. The French had a different design of carriage, but in terms of the calibers and the shot, there was virtually nothing in it at all. We were using virtually the same sizes, the same size of shot.
But if you're at somewhere like Waterloo and there's French cavalry coming at the guns, what do you do with this gun?
You'd spike your gun. You
Yeah.
hear the term about spiking your gun. What you do with that, you can put in a soft nail which you can tap into the touch hole there.
So in here, you bang a nail
Yeah.
into there.
That stops the gun being immediately used. That means that someone can't turn it around quickly and use it against you.
Yeah, and the French, the Marshal Ney, one of Napoleon's favourite, the bravest of the brave, his men forgot their nails at Waterloo, so got to the British guns and then failed to spike them.
You know, we say clou. This is the terms for nail, it's clou.
Clou is the French word for nail?
Yes.
So he was literally clueless.
Totally clueless. Right, can we have a go?
I'm sure we can.
Okay.
Oh, wonderful.
Fred and I are banging an 8-pound cannon. As Napoleon himself was an artilleryman, he knew the destructive power of his weapons and the rate and type of shot required to smash the enemy into submission.
Come on, the French are coming.
I think we're bucketed.
I think, yeah, cavalry have arrived already.
This is very scary.
It's scary, but they like clockwork, these guys. It's fantastic. In with the powder.
Head up!
Oh, crikey!
Ever the trailblazer, he phased out the 8-pounder for this bad boy, the 12-pounder. But it still wasn't enough to defeat us.
Oh, here we go.
I mean, you could have warned us.
The Battle of Waterloo really does have this England versus France thing. And I know people say that the English army is made up of people from Germany and Holland and all sorts of places, and Ireland and Scotland. But Wellington fights it with a completely straight bat. He keeps his powder dry till the last moment, and the French come waving their skirts at the English, streaming up the hill again and again and again in an attempt to sort of ooh-la-la them out of existence, and it doesn't work.
Now, there's only one thing left to do, and that's to go out with a bang.
How else to experience the excitement and the thrill and the danger of the Napoleonic battlefield than with the real sound of gunfire, the smell of gunpowder, and look at me, my red coats and my green jackets, ready to do battle with French Sirieix's 4 French blokes.
Soldiers, we are outnumbered and they are up the hill. But we are fighting for France, for liberté, égalité and fraternité. Vive l'empereur!
Vive l'empereur!
Let's go!
Lads, for king and for country, ready!
Prêt-à-armes!
Prepare!
Joue!
Ready!
Fire!
Make ready!
Redressez! Chargez!
Fire!
Allez, vite, vite,
Reload! Reload! I don't know the drills.
The English are scared.
They've reloaded already. The French are better. Oh, the French are better at this than us.
En avant! Marche!
Make ready!
Slow.
Present!
Croisez! Hey!
And here they come.
Pas accéléré!
Oh,
Marche!
here they come.
Vive l'empereur! Vive l'empereur!
What a journey this has been through a war that brought upheaval and destruction to Europe on an unprecedented scale.
Fred and I have had a fantastic time. He's been a really great sort of sounding board for this whole subject, for the whole matter of Napoleon. He's been brilliant. He's got a bit too into it, though, I think. He's got a bit overexcited on occasion.
The thing is, Al and me, we're chalk and cheese. He's English and I'm French. So there's bound to be some differences. But I think that we agree on the main points about the futility of the war and some of the decisions that were made at the time. But in terms of the greatness of France and the greatness of England, I think that it's 1-1.